my compassion. What would it be, my compassion? Pity, pity. My love. What kind of pitiful love is that, my love? Oh no. Huh? My little love. For my little beloved. Good. Anjali, all good? Any question left? No. Okay. Back to, you're the only one today here.
Yeah.
No. There's a little help here. Karma.
I have another question on the I.
Yeah.
If I'm that.
Not if.
Okay, I am that. I am that.
If I am that.
No, I am that.
So what is the consequence of that?
No. So yeah. So
That's your question.
does the I have any influence on the phantom if I am that? Or I am that, so do I have any influence on the phantom? Let's put it that way.
Absolute yes. Relative not.
Expand, please.
No. Relative would mean there's a difference between you and the phantom. Then you could have an influence. You have a control about something. That is a dream. Only in the dream
But
of...
the phantom is different.
No, but only in the dream of two there can be. One having an influence of a second. That's a dream. The self cannot have any influence of the self because that what is the Almighty cannot control the Almighty. Come on. Only in a dream of two relative phantoms, whatever. One phantom can control the other phantom. So when you have my life or something and then you try to control it, it's a dream of control.
Okay, so in the relativity, it does have some influence.
No,
but
there
in
is
the
no
absolute,
influence.
it doesn't.
Even there is no influence. There is a dream influence.
Yes.
Yeah, but
Yes.
the thinker never had any thought. He could never was thinking anything. So how can the thinker influencing the thinking? How can that be? If the thinker already is a thought, how can the thought influence another thought? Has a thought the energy to influence anyone? And that what is thinking, or that what is realizing itself as a thinker, doesn't need to have influence. It's controlling everything by being it. So there is no need of influencing anything, because it's dreaming everything anyway. So it's absolute controlling by being it. But by being it, it is not in control. And there is no one who has control. It is control. It is the nature of the self, being absolute in control about itself, but not by having control about a second self. By being life, life controls life, but not having life. So having life is dream. My life, my consciousness, my soul, my tralala, that's a dream. There is no ownership in life. And there is no two lives. Life controls life by being life, but not having life. That's all. There is no my existence in anything. God Almighty. And who controls the controller anyway? Who makes you want what you want? Tell me.
Consciousness.
Consciousness. You guess again. You never know what is that. What makes you want what you want. Even consciousness cannot want what it wants. So even God cannot want what it wants before it wants what it wants. So who controls the first wish? Who can wish for a wish before the wish is there? Who can think before he thinks? No one can. It's impossible.
But not even the absolute.
Not even. You can say the absolute in its absolute potential already thought every thought already before the thought is appearing. But not by any intention. By being the absolute potential of the absolute para-Brahman, everything is already there, dreamt before it even appears. Before it's even becomes a dream is already finished. There's nothing to do anymore. The whole thing is already over. So nothing is ever coming and coming, and nothing is going and going, that's all. Going coming, no coming, and going, no going. Because what comes is already there, and what goes is not gone. It just goes back to the absolute potential. Coming from there, appearing and disappearing from where it came. But nothing came and coming, and nothing goes and going. So nothing ever happened in the first place. So what is there to know? You cannot not be what you are, that's all. And by being that, you are that. You cannot escape that what you are. No way out. As much as you try to commit suicide, you can never kill yourself. But you try very hard. You even believe that you are born. But still you are that what you are, huh? Even believing that your home is a shit factory. You are still shit. Huh?
So even believing that the I has no influence on the phantom is... Hopeful, but...
Hopeful? Hopeful?
It was a hopeful question.
It was a hopefully. Fooly question. As every question is a fooly question. Coming out of the fool who wants to become king. Hopefully. And he wants to rule the kingdom of life. Huh? And he will never succeed. Because the kingdom of heart or life can never be ruled by anyone. So you better be hard, but you don't have heart. That's more than easy to be that, what is hard. But having heart is heavy. Heavy. I'm always moody, my heart today doesn't feel so good. And then you have to care about your bloody heart. Bloody Mary. Am I married today or not? In what mood am I today? This little story would always continue. How am I today? And then two phantoms meet him. How are you? And one confirming the other one permanently. Arthritis? No? What? Shiatsu? Fracture? Flunching? Fracture where? There's a fracture? Used to be.
She hit herself like, Karl, the fracture so much time.
Too much ping pong. A fracture. I have a little haircut, they call it.
Yeah. Hairline.
I have a haircut in my face. It's really a miracle. I have a haircut in my hairliner. Not an airliner, an hairliner.
The snake can you...
The snake in me. Whoa. Bit itself. Self-abidance. Good. Now something. Oh no, still nothing. Oh, doctor. No? Not today. Everyone party mood, but no question. Up and down. Still nothing? Sveta, you always have questions. Or you're a walking question mark. Born a question mark. Mark and bones. You're looking in the internet for questions?
I've become like Shalaba, I take notes. Right questions.
Random notes.
I can make a music, making notes.
Yeah, you really have questions.
Yeah, I have.
Then?
Yeah, I have notes. I have questions written down.
For Karl.
For Karl. Not against Karl. Everything is for Karl. You have a question? No? You came with your mother or what?
I don't know about this discussion.
You don't know about anything.
I don't know about the discussion.
Discussion, we don't discussion. I am right and you are wrong here. There's no discussion. There's no question about that. I'm always right and you're always wrong here. That's the job I have to play. I have a job of being always right and your job is being always wrong. You're employed by the absolute, you're being played wrong and right. But I tell you, me being right is as wrong as you are wrong. Shit. Right? So it's amazing that the absolute employer has so much employees, but doesn't get paid for it. But if you pay attention to the absolute employer, you maybe are that what is the employer and the employed, and that is satisfaction. Amazing, huh? It's more than a payoff. Come on, I said something, now you have some questions about it. If like little souffleurs, give some. Employer, employee. Yeah, you have to play all the roles, come on. But you're a really bad employer, because you never pay your employee. Good. Something. No? Later. Or later not. Later never comes. Now later. Oh, my last hope again.
I can keep going, you want me to.
Yeah, I can go on and on and on too. That's not a problem. I'm trained. I'm a marathon talker. Marathon. Tanz. Yeah, something. No?
Can you tell us the...
What? What did I say?
I said, can you tell us the story of your apparent awakening or not awakening? Can you tell us the story of your
I'm neither awakened or non-awakened.
No, but can you tell us the story? Do you not tell the story?
No, I have no story. And Karl's story is
What's Karl's story?
making cows and being a farmer, cowboy from Germany, and now sitting in Bombay and talking about what a farmer never would talk about. Unpredictable. It's all unpredictable. Huh?
Is that bad karma or?
That's the worst karma you can imagine. Sitting in front of Indians and milking cows. Holy cow shit, mamma mia. No, I'm still farming, differently.
Yeah.
I'm still milking the holy cow. Before it was little cows and now I'm milking the absolute cow. Lakshmi. No, now I don't lack anything. That's called Lakshmi. Was it? The one who lacks me. The one who lacks me has no enemy anymore. But does he have friends for that? Neither. Both are died. So, that's the story of the cowboy car. First milking 4 little tits of cows and now the absolute tit. Now I became Atiti Ashram. It's called guest house. Huh? Titi ashram is always a guest house. Yeah, it's true. There's an Atiti ashram in Tiru. What's the difference?
No difference.
It's also holy cow. Yeah, who would imagine that you're born in a German village, milking cows and cleaning stalls and shit and thing, and then sitting one day, unpredictable. Anything can happen, huh?
You're still cleaning.
The what?
You're still cleaning.
I'm still cleaning the shit out.
Yes.
I try at least. Oh, it's fun. All the bullshit, though. No, normally I'm too tired or too lazy to continue or to remember the story of Karl. Sometimes it comes, but then I talk about it. But normally I'm too lazy for it. I have nothing against to tell it or something, but it really needs an effort to remember. And normally I'm very lazy. If it fits to the question or something, like then I remember it. Normally I really give a shit about the story of Karl. But if you have a special question?
So even the experience of the witness is not real.
If the experience of the witness would be real, or your reality, your nature, it would be still something special.
Because at the experience of the witness, you realize that everything else is not real, and
Yeah,
nobody's really talking, and nobody's.
Then you are real, but everything else is not real.
So is the witness?
The witness, then it's a very big advantage to be the witness, because you are unchangeable by what you witness, and you are unconcerned. So it's quite nice, it's quite peaceful to be the witness. So it's the best you can reach in that dream. I agree. It's really the very best you can reach in this dream.
But there's no one to reach it because it just happens.
No, but still, no, it's the best you can reach, but it's still a disadvantage. Because you need to be a witness to be in peace. So it's still a disadvantage. Because there's an advantage, it's a disadvantage. Because there is one who knows an advantage, it has to be a disadvantage. Because reality doesn't know any advantage or disadvantage.
But we're all just that.
No, in the dream, I agree, it's the best you can reach. You can say the highest. Or the biggest advantage in this dream is being the witness and unconcerned what you witness. That's the best you can do. By understanding and by meditation, you can become the witness.
It can also just happen spontaneously.
Yeah, but even it happens spontaneously. It can only happen spontaneously because you cannot do by wishing it.
But you don't even need meditation or anything. It can just happen.
It will happen in spite, again. If it's meant to happen in this your called life, it will happen that you will become the witness and not that what is witnessed. If it's meant to happen, it will happen. Whatever you do or don't do will not prevent it. It will happen, okay. But even that happening, even that reaching, is a relative reaching.
Did Karl experience that?
Yes, and it's still a disadvantage. So whatever Karl is experiencing is a disadvantage because Karl needs an advantage or can experience an advantage. So the experiencer is already a disadvantage. To being an experiencer, being even that you exist is a disadvantage. Because you have to exist, and that's a disadvantage. Because the absolute doesn't have to exist. That's the absolute advantage, to be that what doesn't even have to be. The rest is fiction. The rest is advantage and disadvantage. Because the rest is a phantom life who lives by advantage and disadvantage. And the witness is the best you can get. The best advantage, the biggest advantage being the witness. But the disadvantage is that you have to be a witness to be the witness. So it's still relative. It has to be relative. And but if you ask me if what you can reach in this life, that's the best you can reach. The best you can imagine is being the witness. There's neither something beyond or prior to that.
Is there anything witnessing the witness?
Yeah, who is witnessing the witness, you mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, you will not find anyone. Because that what is experiencing itself as a witness is even as a phantom what it is. Because what you are is in any circumstance, in whatever place or not place, in any experience what it is. That what is life. It never needs a special experience.
Did Karl witness the witness at length, or did it come in bursts, or was it?
It's shifting all the time. You shift like a sailor, you sail the 7 seas of states of what you can experience. And none of that 7 seas, that's what we call seas. You see 7 ways of 3 personal, then 4 impersonal ways of experiencing yourself. All of them are dream.
Is the witness witnessing deep sleep as well?
Yes, that can happen. For years there was permanent awareness. There was no so-called sleep. There was just awareness of awareness, uninterrupted.
That awareness was there during deep sleep as well?
Whenever. There was no interruption of awareness. But even that is dream. So even the presence of awareness is already dream. That's part of the presence. But what you are is presence. That what is presence knows itself as presence. And that can be uninterrupted or interrupted. That what is presence, experiencing itself as absence. Absence and presence, but that what is experiencing as absence is presence, or in no sense. So the sense of presence and the sense of absence. What you can sense. There's a sensor you can sense in the non-sensor. The something and the nothing. But that what is sensing everything, what is in no sense, can never be sensed in anything. It never needs to sense itself in any special way. It is always that what it is. And the rest cannot satisfy you. The rest is all transitory. It's all, you have to depart again. Even from the witness state, you have to depart again to something else.
Is the witness there before?
The witness is here and now. All the 7 things are here and now.
Yeah.
Here and now there's a personal me, the personal spirit, and the personal awareness. My body, my spirit, my awareness. And then the 4th state would be the impersonal absence. And from there you come back as the impersonal awareness, the impersonal spirit, and the impersonal whatever body. But even that 7 ways of dreaming yourself, realizing yourself, is not real. All that is realization of what you are, but not your reality. So you dream yourself or realize yourself in 7 different ways, but not of them is more or less real. So you are here as a body in a personal way, as what you are, absolute person, and in the impersonal, absolute impersonal. So be as you are means you are the absolute, which is never more or less absolute. And the rest cannot satisfy you. So only by being what you are is satisfaction, but not by any special way of experiencing yourself. So what you are never minds anything. It never gets more or less in anything. And that one who has an advantage of being a witness is a phantom advantage. And that what is more or less by being enlightened is a phantom enlightenment, a phantom awakening. Because that what is life itself is neither awake or not awake, neither enlightened or not enlightened. There's no idea about all of that.
But the awakened one knows that. It's everyone else who thinks.
The awakened one doesn't know anything. Whatever the awakened one doesn't know is bullshit, and what the awakened one knows is bullshit. Because there's one too many still.
One too many what?
Awakened. Because the self doesn't have to be the self. Then it doesn't need to be one to be that. And that one who needs to be one is one too many. Even if he is none too many. There's always a definer. The definer is never fine enough. So whatever the definer defines himself is never fine enough. So it never reaches the end of the light of Shiva, of existence. Never. Whenever claims, I realize my true nature is a true fucker. The truth fucker. The truth fucks back, I tell you. So weird. And if the truth fucks you, you know how it feels. That's a true fuck. That's why it's called shit fuck theory. Then you have to, because you have to end up here again. You know that. This is a marketplace, you have to be where you are. If you cannot be in this marketplace of this whatever shit factory meetings, you will not become it in any other place. This is crucial. Here, this hell of shit factories, surrounded by shit factories, being a shit factory, and still being what you are. This is what it is. And not being it in any witness state or any samadhi or samadha or whatever. This is, if you cannot be here and now what you are, and this was called, you know, this nowhere. When you have to be nowhere to be what you are, then you have to be still somewhere. But nowhere, if you pronounce it right, it's now here. The same word means now here. Nowhere, now here. It's a paradox. You are nowhere and now here. And that is too much for this little peanut brain. Anyway. So P where you are, let the peanut be what the peanut is. A nutcase. I like English. I like playing with words because they show it. You can make like nowhere and now here. Same word, just pronouncing it differently. Like selfish. Self is or selfish. Fantastic. I love it. You can play with it. And the old people ask me, why do you play with words? Well, I'd rather play with words before they play with me. Good. Now here. Am I in Eckhart Tolle now? It's nowhere and now here.
Yeah.
It's amazing, huh? I never saw it. Yesterday I just saw the word and saw, now here. Oh, nowhere. Fuck. I have it. It's like it was always there, but you haven't seen it. This is like, and then it's gone again.
Yeah.
So I have to pronounce it now that I remember it, because hello, nowhere, now here. To keep a story alive, but it's fun. So what to do? So I have many people who come like they have these big experiences of emptiness, and I went to emptiness and there was no one. I went so deep into meditation, there was just emptiness. I haven't found anyone. There was nobody. But who saw there was nobody? Who was that who saw nobody? Who didn't find anything? And now claiming that whatever. I went there, and now I'm back and telling you. Now I'm sharing it with everyone. I'm not here to share anything, because I don't know what I have and what I don't have. What is there to share? With who anyway? Eh? What you can share is a piece of shit. And who wants to have a share of shit? I share. Scary monster or scary monster? Good. So now it's something. You always look at me as if you have a question. See, I'm still don't know what people say. Still no question? Now you know what we're talking about? Huh? Yeah? You understood? Okay, you see, and at least one understood. And you? Question?
I wanted to ask just this question. Who is playing with the words and not whatever?
Consciousness plays with words.
And that was what you were
No.
prior to that.
No. What I am doesn't know what it is and what it is not.
But Karl is not playing.
If I would say I'm consciousness, I would not be that what is not consciousness. So I absolutely don't know if I'm consciousness or if I'm not consciousness. I absolutely don't know what I am and I don't know what I am not. So it's in total absence of any concept of what I am and what I'm not. That is what I am. I'm not a concept.